Wake up, gamers! Remember that bull superhero who beats everyone only with one punch?
Yeah, Saitama or One Punch Man.
I think he has one big problem. His power. No, really, just look at this! So today I challenged myself to remake this overpowered anime hero into a balanced game character in the new game that we will create by the end of this video. I will still keep his strongest punch, so that's why his power problem we will solve in another way. Specifically by adding new mechanics, environment and special enemies. And all of this I call it One Boldest Guy Balanced Edition. To start this project I decided to create my own version of the One Punch Man and model him in the blender. You know, it will be some kind of hot bold man that everybody loves. Yeah, his name is Rock. Before closing the blender, I also modeled a base enemy that looks like some kind of monster that hero fight with, you know? After that I threw Rock into the scene and give him a base movement script with run animation. To polish it I also added dust particles that improve the feeling of movement. So next, just for fun, I tried some galaxy shader on this guy, but hey, it looks like it's more for future skins. And here I realized that we have one important problem. Right now our hero doesn't really look like a hero. It's much better. So all heroes also have one more attribute. And the next one is the guys he can beat and become more heroic. That's why I added one of the enemies. But in our case it's more likely that enemies will beat the hero. Because hey, we are making balanced edition. You know, it's like overpowered hero and the strongest enemies. The logic of this enemy will be simple and separated into two states. By default he dances in one place. But if the player comes into his aggro zone, he will just jump and smash his heroic face like a little shit. Also, to avoid accidental hero entries into the area, I just added another zone that is a little bit bigger than the first. In this zone the player will hear music coming from the enemy, and the closer the player is to the enemy, the louder the music gets. But I think this game needs more enemies. As my grandpa said, one dancer is good, but if you listen to me, stupid kid, go and find normal job. The second enemy was created similarly to the first, but with some broken bones. That's why instead of jumping, he will chase the player and throw him away using a spike on his head. Here you might be thinking, hey Carmy, enemies are too weak and not valuable. I would say you are right. Right now they are a piece of shit, but when I add their spawners, everything will be make sense. Or not, I don't know, just follow through the video. So yeah, next I added a player health system and the ability to die. Therefore now our enemies can safely beat up a player. But hey, this game is called One Boldest Guy, not a helpless beaten boy. Therefore helpless hero is a new main problem that we need to solve right now. To make Rock powerful and balanced, I decided to make his punch cumulative. This means that the player will have to hold down the button until he has gained enough energy to make his Oh yeah, I just forgot to add the enemy's death. But for now I think the punch is missing the most important thing. The anime voice. That's why I added a little bit of JoJo and Cyberpunk to hero attack. Cool. And hey, while I'm improving the punch, I accidentally created a cloning jutsu. Oh yeah, I don't know if it's just a bug or a feature. Anyway, after finishing the punch and the enemy's death, the player becomes more powerful but still has a low mobility. And I think it's time to add a dash. Nah, not this type of dash. Just this one. It's a very simple but quite useful ability. The last thing that will make a complete arcade game out of walls, this is, drumroll, I'm just kidding, so shut up. It's enemies and some small features, like teleports that can transport you to another one on the map, health items that will heal you on pickup, and some bugs for interesting gameplay. Oh yeah, these guys are so thankful for adding their spawner. You are welcome, guys. So that's our game with the name One Boldest Guy, and you can find it by the link in the description. Alright, smash subscribe if you like the video and smash me if you don't. That's it, see ya!